everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have an exciting video. Now that it's time for the holidays, we're going to talk about some great gifts for the readers in your life. We're going to do this, we're going to divide it up by our book readers, like our actual physical hardback book readers, our e-readers, and our listeners, because every one of those is still a reader. They just read in their own way. So we'll start with our listeners. So for our listeners, headphones. Headphones are always such a great gift. People don't think about this for book readers because they, reading books. But also headphones help for book readers who like to listen to music while they read and who like to listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are huge and they are fantastic. I'm so sad it took me way too long to figure out that I love audiobooks. And so headphones. Honestly, any type of headphones will work. You can go from the least expensive to the most expensive. So I'm not going to give you a recommendation because it depends on your person or family member. If they're a techie, if they're not a techie, if they go for just, color over quality of sound, and plus most of the time it's books. So most people who are listening to books aren't looking for the different highs and lows in headphones. So honestly, your simple earbuds will probably work, but they have pretty colors out there now, so maybe you want to think of their favorite color for the holidays. Another one for the audiobook listener for you is a subscription to any sort of audiobook service, or even just like a gift card to that service or something like that. I use Audible personally because it goes through Amazon, and so I use Audible, which is a monthly subscription of, I believe, $15. It's a monthly subscription of $15 a month, and you get a credit. You get 1 credit with that, which can be 1 book. Now, I didn't realize how expensive audiobooks can be, but they can be up to about $30, which is kind of ridiculous, honestly. And so spending $15 to get an audiobook, to get at least 1 audiobook, for me is a steal. Because I don't listen to audiobooks regularly still, especially because audiobooks can be, like Kingdom of Ash was 30 something hours long. It was at least 30 hours long. And so that takes a while to get through, even if you increase the speed. So it takes me a little bit of time to get through an audiobook, even if I love the quality, just like I did with Illuminate Files, that whole series. So that's definitely a good book, a good one for the listeners. And then, which leads me into my next category of our e-readers, because our e-readers and our audio listeners kind of go hand in hand. So I was saying Audible goes with Amazon, which also goes with Kindle. A lot of the times, if you are buying a Kindle book, you can add on the Audible narration for a fraction of the price. So you'll spend maybe $12 on a Kindle book, and then it'll be like, add the Audible narration for $8. And you're like, of course I gotta do it, like, take my money. And so you add it on, you spent $20 for 2 forms of this book. And that way, with the way Kindle works now, you can automatically go from reading your book to listening to it. So it's like if you're able to read it, and then maybe you have to put it down, but you want to keep enjoying the book, so you listen to it, which I think is fantastic, and I do love doing that, which is why I own a lot of books in multiple forms, especially the Throne of Glass series and Muse of Nightmares and Strange the Dreamer. I own those books both in physical, in all the formats. I own them, so that way I could enjoy it in any way. Next up for our e-readers, I've got is of course a Kindle. You guys know I'm an e-reader. I love my Kindles. I've made videos on how I use my Kindle, on all that kind of stuff, and I will try and do a comparison video of the different Kindles that I have, but I'm an e-reader. I love it. I love having hundreds of books in my hand at any one given moment, so I can switch from book to book. Versus, I traveled recently with a hardback book and I instantly regretted it because it just took up so much room in my backpack. And so I instantly regretted it, but luckily I was only gone for a weekend, so it's okay. But my Kindle, it's so small. It's so small. It's this big. Oh, I got it right here. Like, your Kindle, like, this is it. This is how big. It's like the length of my head, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, honestly. But it's so small and it's so thin and it's so light. You can put it in your purse, put it in your backpack. You can put it in the beautiful clutches and carry-all pouches that you get from book subscription boxes and from different Etsy people and all that kind of stuff. So Kindle is definitely a win. They have a lot of different kinds of Kindles that range from any sort of budget, from $50 all the way up to $300. Amazon just came out. Sorry, this is in no way sponsored or anything like that. I've been using Kindle since the very first one came out. But you know, they just came out with a new Paperwhite. This is the old Paperwhite that I'm hopefully going to upgrade this one for, trade it in for. And but this is the old Paperwhite, and the new one is backlit and waterproof, so it's like a more affordable version of the Kindle Oasis, which is fantastic because I love my Kindle Oasis and I liked being able to read it in the pool with no worries. But so that is definitely a great gift for the reader in your life. They will appreciate it more than you will ever know. So moving on to actual hardback book readers, what I was kind of saying with book subscription boxes. Book subscription boxes are amazing. There are a ton out there, like a ton. Y'all know I've been sticking with Owl Crate and LitJoy Crate for a while now. I've used Fairy Loot Crate. I've done Noir Reads, which is a black owned box, and I've received a box from Candle from the Candle Lit box, which is also another black owned subscription box. And they are fantastic. You get books that you probably would never pick up yourself, and oftentimes you get books that are exclusive covers, and like people just love these things. You get items that are gorgeous and beautiful. A lot of items on my shelves, especially candles, I've gotten from different book boxes over the past year or so, and they're wonderful. They're fantastic. I mean, sure, you might end up with a lot of extra stuff and clutter, but a lot of the items are really good. Carry-all pouches being my favorite, of course. Another great one, speaking of alternate covers, are alternate editions for your readers' favorite books. So, you know, I'm a Harry Potter fan like crazy. I'm a Harry Potter fan, and so I've been going around trying to find different covers and editions of these books. And so I don't want to dig through my Harry Potter shelves. I've got too much stuff in there. But that's also a really good one, or just different kind books. But let me find some to show you. So different covers are a fantastic thing. You know, with the Harry Potter covers, they've done 20th anniversary editions and house editions, and they've got the illustrated editions, and so you can't go wrong picking up anything like that for your book reader's favorite fandom. They might be Sarah J Maas fans, they might be A Court of Thorns and Roses or Throne of Glass fans. Now, if they're Sarah J Maas fans, I would definitely ask them if they're A Court of Thorns and Roses fans and the Throne of Glass fans, because for some people there's a big difference. They might be Leigh Bardugo fans, they might be a part of Grishaverse, or they might be part of the Crow Club. Like, I would ask them so that way you know which fandom to go with. But of course, being book nerds that we are, we don't really care. We'll appreciate any and all book merch. But so it's like these two covers, this one being the original, and this one being a special edition cover, which we got in an Owl Crate box. But they're both, and it also had textured pages. But they're both My Plain Jane. But they're just different. They're different colored covers, and so it just makes it fun. It makes it interesting. I have other ones around the shelves too. So it's just something to think about when you're shopping for your favorite book lover. Speaking of book merch, any t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, scarves, anything, we wear them all. Like, we're not afraid to let our book nerd flag fly. So, other than alternate covers, as we dive into book merch, book sleeves. I did not know how much I love book sleeves until I received my first one. And now I use book sleeves all the time when I travel with my books. So, you guys know I rarely travel with physical books. But when I do, when I put them in my backpack for work, something like that, I have them in a book sleeve. They are fantastic. Ooh. So here's a Harry Potter book sleeve that I got. You know, this one is from Baby My Book. You can find them on Etsy. And then you've also got Book Bow. You can find them on their website as well. And, you know, honestly, if you search book sleeve on Etsy, you'll find a lot. And you can find them for so many books and so many prints and things that really speak to you and what you want to see on a daily basis. I'm loving these Baby My Book ones because they have this pocket here. And if you're an annotator, that pocket is for you. I'm just kidding, it's for anybody. But that pocket is for you. Put your pens, markers, flags, anything in it. So book sleeves are amazing and very affordable, and they will love it. Bookmarks. Honestly, bookmarks. I don't use bookmarks that often. I just never have because I was always afraid they would fall out. But there are plenty of companies out there that make beautiful bookmarks, all the way from page flags. I mean, all the way from magnetic bookmarks, which are my favorite. Magnetic bookmarks are my favorite, and you can find them in any fandom basically. Those are Harry Potter bookmarks that I got from the LitJoy Crate Magical Edition box. And then Ink and Wonder Designs makes these wood bookmarks. This one I got from a LitJoy Crate box as well. I don't know, I broke something. I didn't break anything. But bookmarks are always a fantastic option, and you can't go wrong with them at all. And then of course, finally, if you don't want to get anything too specific for your book nerd, your book family member, your book friend, or whatever, gift cards are always a good option. Like, you cannot go wrong with gift cards. People say gift cards are the lazy way out, but they're not. It gives your person the freedom to choose, which can be overwhelming sometimes because then you have a lot of options to choose from, but gift cards are fantastic. If you want to be more specific, you can get gift cards to their favorite bookstore, whether that be Barnes & Noble's, or for me, Amazon. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Amazon gift cards. Ha ha ha. Birthday's also coming up, so just saying. Barnes & Noble's. Some people have their favorite indie bookshops or small bookstore sellers that they go to all the time. Trust me, if you want to know the answer on which bookstore they go to, just talk about it. They won't be able to stop talking about their favorite bookstore. It's fine. You know, just gift cards. Gift cards are always a good option if you don't know what to get. So I hope this was a helpful video and gave you some place to start when thinking about the book nerd in your life. That's it for me. Don't forget to follow me on all the social medias and also my blog, where I will have an ever-growing list and a blog post of some things that I believe will be fantastic for your book lovers, included with links, which you can also find links for a lot of these items down below. And don't forget to follow me on all of the social medias and hit that subscription button down below and hit that bell notification button as well. But I think that's it for me. So until next time, happy holidays and keep turning the pages.